In memory of Jane Goodall, today I had my class do a chimpanzee-inspired art lesson. Jane Goodall passed away Wednesday at the age of 91. To start our lesson, we read this little golden book about Jane Goodall's life and career. I always love making connections for kids between art and science. One connection that's really easy and that's always there is that both artists and scientists have to observe. So thinking about Jane Goodall's work observing chimpanzees, I thought it'd be a great idea to have a lesson using kids' observation skills. So instead of observing their behavior, we observed their physical traits. And we focus on one element of art, that element for this lesson being texture. What different textures could we find on chimpanzees, and where do we find those textures? And then how do we represent those textures using art materials that we have available to us? So I started by giving them pre-cut pieces to represent the chimpanzee's face, including a piece for the snout and a piece for the area around the eyes. Students drew in the eyes, the nose, and the mouth. We then used oil pastels to color in the skin, so that the skin wouldn't have the same furry texture as the rest of the head. Oil pastels allow us to blend with our fingers to create smooth surfaces. For the larger head, we had another piece of paper that was pre-cut, and students noticed that around the face there was more of a furry texture. So we then used colored pencils to color in fur, because colored pencils could create more of a lined sort of texture. We then used oil pastels and watercolor to also create a background. And then students glued it all together to assemble their chimpanzees on the background.